Alright, let us have some fun with the final part of the belt. I'm gonna create the buckle part. Okay, so we can basically duplicate the model to create something new. BZM again to go to ZModeler. I'm gonna holding down Alt. Let's hide the others. Holding down Alt and drag to select two faces. And then we're gonna go use extrude a single poly. Now because we have two faces selected, those white ones, you can actually drag them out, and you can see you're actually operating on all the selected faces if you choose to use a single poly as a target. And now you can hold down Control to actually change that into a extract or actually duplicate face, right? And then I can Control Shift and click on this part. And do a delete hidden to kick others out. That's gonna give me just this. I'm gonna use this guy to create the buckle. Now depending on what kind of buckle you want to create, right? I'm gonna create a generic one, just to demonstrate the technique. So I'm gonna just move it in position, scale it up to make it wider. And let's see, it should be also tilted, let's see, this way, right? Alright. Now I'm also gonna actually let me duplicate this guy one more time, right? This new guy, I'm gonna bevel the middle part and bevel this guy to create this thickness in the middle. I'm gonna Control Shift click on the other guys and again to delete hidden. That way I have this middle part also. I can probably extrude it out to show it. Okay. Now, oftentimes the belt will actually bend this part in the middle too, so let's actually do that. This part will be actually, let me add some edge loop in case just to prevent me from breaking that part. Right, so insert a single edge loop and have one here. And as you can see, this part should be actually being bended this way. Right, let me drag it up a little bit. Clear the mask, press these, take a look. That's how it's supposed to be bending. And let me go grab this guy and let's actually rotate it a little bit more and position it. Alright, I'm gonna actually use extrude the all polygons to have thickness here for this guy. And then move it over using move or W, right? And that's about right. I'm gonna actually go ahead and do insect flat Allen to insect in. Now if yours is not insecting in altogether, you have to change the modifiers to insect region. Okay, so I'm gonna go do this and click here to apply the same amount and use QMesh to kick out the middle part by using polygroup all as the target. Alright, now I have this part. Okay, probably don't need this line in the middle, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete it by using delete edge loop complete. Alright. I guess we're getting actually pretty close to what we want. Generally speaking, you have let me use QMesh and flat Allen. You have this part to be a little bit bigger sometimes. Let's press D and take a look. Right. And we can let's see. This part will be this guy will be connected to the other depending on how detailed you want it to be. You can of course do that little detail. So yeah, I'm gonna actually BZM and add some edge loop in the middle and mask that. Control click to reverse the mask so I can drag this guy around to have some arc. Whoops. So it should be actually going right through the middle, right? Maybe I can make this guy a little bit narrower and drag it this way. And then I have to go back to my model and grab this part, invert it, and really have it rotate in the proper amount so that it does actually fit better. So go back to this guy and maybe rotate it a little bit and move it up. Actually, it needs to go this way and rotate it up this way. And maybe I can grab this middle loop, control click to reverse it. Oops, control click to reverse it, just to fit it better with the hole. I guess it's not that easy. I'm gonna drag it over this way and then have one more edge loop. That should allow me to somehow fake it. Not perfect, but I guess one of the ways we can do, right? And I can mask this guy and invert it, and so that I can just drag it in a little bit more. Alright. Press D button, take a look. Okay. Now this guy again should be wrapping around the end. So let's see. I'm gonna actually do this. BDM, I'm gonna use slide its loop this direction. Can't go further than that. Probably slide this guy in then. Yeah, that's gonna be okay. I'm gonna grab this using mask, control click to reverse that, so I can just move it forward. Right, and then again let me slide this guy in just a little bit more, and then I can Q mesh this guy in and slide that guy in just a little bit more. I can mask that, control click to reverse it, so I can actually reposition it. It's basically like using mask to select the the object you want to operate on. So one more Q mesh, right? I'm gonna Q mesh it out quite a bit, and then slide the inside in, and probably need to mask that, control click to reverse it, and then move it even a little bit more than that. Okay, now maybe just one more BDM, right? Have this guy here, and just use the move and masking to adjust the shape we're getting. Right? There's no secret in this stage, it's just adjusting and moving and extrude. This could be faster. Oftentimes when I'm doing this, I think it could be faster in Maya, but who knows, maybe Maya will have other problems dealing with these kind of things. Generally speaking though, Maya is at least more flexible, if not quite efficient on some of the operations. So let's say this is good enough. We can mask everything and control mask these guys, control click to reverse it, to reposition. Alright, cool. Not trying to create something super fancy by any means. So maybe we can just Q mesh this guy, holding down shift to move it in, right? Do the same thing here. Okay. Alright, and I probably need to tighten this up by going to use, maybe we can bevel this, right? So bevel the edge, cool. Bevel the other edge too, nice. Alright, and maybe also tighten this up by using insert single edge loop, should be good enough. Alright, so we have this, and we have the shell on the outsides. Probably need to tighten this up too, so let me do a bevel here, and the bevel this this edge and this edge, and the same goes here and here. Okay, now so there, same thing to the corners. Probably need to use insert edge loop to do this part. And here I can mask that, control click to reverse it. Depending on what you want to do with it, you can maybe alt click on the middle of there and just drag it out to give it some arc. Alright, mask that, invert it, and drag it inwards, maybe a little bit longer. Alright, now for this guy, I can, just to have a little bit more fancier detail, I can maybe use bevel this entire loop, and I'm gonna hold it down alt to select these three. Actually, a loop in the middle would be nice this time. A loop here, right? Select these three and Q mesh these guys in using a single poly, right? To have a little, bevel hole. And BDM again, I'm gonna insert edge loop to tighten this up. Oops. One more here maybe. Alright, so we did a lot here just to have some more detail. And you can keep doing this, keep modeling. If it's easier though, you can also do all these things I just have done in Maya instead, because ZBrush also is looking awesome in some of the things, but not necessarily the best in hard surface modeling sometimes. So we have this little buckle now being created, right? Just making sure that you are still being able to connect here. So I have masked the top part to prevent bad things happening. But I can do other things here, like I can maybe bring this back just a little bit. Not as what I expected though, because that's connected, so I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. Alright, so let's move on to actually have the other part of the belt being done, the connection part to there. So I'm gonna go ahead and duplicate our model again, right, this guy here. And let's see, so we can maybe utilize this guy by QMesh it out. Alt to grab these two, QMesh this out, Control, right, and then Control Shift, click on here, or let's say auto group, right, polygroup, auto group, Control Shift, whoops, do that again. Okay, Control Shift, click on here to delete hidden, basically. So again, I just need a little piece to work on now. I'm gonna extrude all polygons to extrude out the thickness of the length of the other parts. I'm gonna rotate these guys too to position them properly. Alright, and let's see, maybe the same thickness then, so squeeze them in. Alright, now I'm gonna bevel this guy in the middle, and then again the same process of creating the original belt. I kind of want it to be also have alt click there to center the pivot, so we can stretch that out, right, and then we can bevel that and that, right. So we have similar structures. Oh, you know what, before I do that, I kind of want to have the connection. It's going to be like need insert a edge loop here, and oops, let me just do a insert multi edge loop so I can create one in the middle. Use bevel again, right, bevel this guy, and I need to alt select these two strands. I'm gonna actually QMesh a single poly to have something going out. Whoops, probably don't need that one, so deselect that by holding down Alt and click on that again. Now I have this thickness being extruded out. Now again, I just need to wrap around that part. I'm gonna actually move everything downwards and BDM again, add a edge loop. So this is boring modeling again. Yeah, let's go to moving on closer to here. Insert, right? Insert this guy. Just a single one. Okay, mask that. Control click, right? And we're gonna move them closer. Cool. And then for here, these two guys, I'm gonna go for again let's just use mask. Control click way. Right, mask that. Control click to reverse the mask. Alt click. We're using move to reposition the pivot and move them in, so that they can extrude out again. QMesh flat element. Maybe, yeah, I think I can. Keep pressing tab to give them a group so I can QMesh. Again, what I'm doing here is holding down Alt and select these 4, right? But before I release my cursor, I'm tapping Alt button to give them a different group. Anyway, now I can actually extrude not flat island but polygroup. Oh, that way it's easier, right? So again, I'm just basically reorienting these faces by using mask and moving, so that I can make this again wrap around this part. Basic modeling skill now. Right. Now I'm so happy that they do have implemented this kind of like old school modeling way, but it could be actually closer to the ways that Maya or 3ds Max is using. I would enjoy it more if they can do that, but I guess they have some cool feature here anyways. So maybe one last extrusion here. Alright, so we have this part here already. It's wrapping around, right? And maybe I can make it a little bit longer, give it some edge loop in the middle, right? 1, 2, and grab these guys, control click, and extend these guys. And finally, let's do some decorations. I'm gonna do bevel here, and bevel this edge. The same amount here. I'm gonna use extrude and poly loop to extrude inwards and do the same thing here. Right. And that's gonna give us the rest of this. So BDM one more time. I'm gonna add a edge loop here to tighten this guy up. Cool. So now we have a entire belt that does have everything we need. Right. The buckle, this part and this part. So the final part will be actually everything here. That's the beginning, that's the middle, and the rest will be the final part. Let me actually merge everything together. I'm gonna go to the very top and merge down again and again. Whoops, does it do anything? It's not doing anything. I'm gonna go for merge visible then. No? I think ZBrush is having trouble again. Let me pause this video and reopen ZBrush so we can keep on working. Alright, so I have reopened ZBrush. Let me merge them together again. Hopefully they will do the trick now. Right? Don't know what's going on with ZBrush today, but yeah. Now I have merged these guys. I'm gonna actually grab everything here and Control W to give them a group. Sometimes it's not the same color, it's the same color as others. You can just do that again and again. Okay, now we have a different color. Now we have again 3 parts, right? 3 poly groups, beginning, the middle ones, and the end. I'm gonna go ahead and apply this. Oh, because I reopened ZBrush, I actually lost those brushes I created earlier. Anyway, I can just go create a new one, right? And again, turn on the curve mode, right? And then brush, modifiers, wild points, and stretch, right? So we can drag out our belt now. As you can see, it's using the last part as the end. Cool. So that's going to be how we create the belt brush. Again, the last part might be a little long, but maybe you have learned some techniques modeling wise in ZBrush. So we're gonna move on to the next class and actually use this brush to do something, right? So see you next time.